Welcome everybody to Mount St. Joseph Academy, Martin McDonough Gymnasium, where it's high school boys basketball playoff time coming up here for you tonight. Yes, we're getting down to the end of the line here on the regular season and into the playoff season. And tonight we have four games actually. There's 8 teams remaining, and that'll change. It'll be 4 teams after tonight going into tomorrow. It's tonight the MSJ Mounties are the number 4 seed. Will play Twin Valley, the Wildcats, the number 5 seed. These two teams have met once already, and it was a long time ago, back on December 18th, the very beginning of the season. MSJ winning that game by a score of 79-75, so it was a very close matchup. And this is the Twin Valley Wildcat team in red you are looking at warming up here on the floor tonight. And the Twin Valley Wildcats defeated one of our fellow Rutland County teams to get here tonight. They defeated the Pulteney Blue Devils, the number 12 seed, 95-35. MSJ beat Grace Christian Academy to make it into this contest here tonight. The other teams remaining number 1 seed in the Division 4 ranks, Twinfield Cabot plays number 8 Richford tonight as we speak. And another one of our Rutland County teams, the West Rutland boys, are on the floor tonight, hosting number 7 Danville. They are the number 2 seed. So West Rutland, an undefeated team tonight, taking on number 7 Danville. And we said the Twinfield Cabot team is the number 1 seed in this bracket. These are all done due to index points, is how they break down who is seated where. But some very good basketball teams left here in the postseason, and again, these are the quarterfinals. You leave from the quarterfinal matchups to go to the Barry Auditorium, and that's everybody's goal, to try to get to the Barry Auditorium. MSJ boys have had an excellent season. They bring an 18-2 record into this contest here tonight. These are the Mounties warming up in front of us, and the Twin Valley Wildcats with a 17-4 overall record. MSJ's 2 losses came at the hands of fellow Rutland County West Rutland. So those are their only 2 losses. Again, one of those wins of the 17 was against this team from Twin Valley. So every year we get kind of a look at a showcase of our top basketball teams in the Bob Abrahamson tournament over there in Proctor. Twin Valley and Twinfield were both amongst the teams in that tournament, as of course was Proctor, the host team. So we got a good look at some of these teams from up in the northern part of the state in that basketball tournament. But all that is past history. What matters is this game tonight. You win this game, you go on to the Barry Auditorium. And you lose, you finish up your season. So both teams are warming up here on the floor as we look out. Those are the stands you see across the way at the legendary Martin McDonough Gymnasium, Lenny Burke Court. Beautiful shot of the stands right there, Mountie logo up there on the wall, and a lot of folks packing their way in here for this contest tonight. So more of our pregame coming up here for you. We'll check down our starting lineups. We'll give you the whole roster. Why don't I do that right now here while we have a minute? We'll run down the MSJ roster. This will be their last game on this floor this season, as again, this is the second round of the playoffs, and from here it goes to the Barry Auditorium. Number 0 is Brandon Terrio. Number 12, James Williams. 23 is Jacob Lambert. 5 is Vincent Cavallari. 3, Arthur Triner. And 32 is Ian Cornell. Those are all the seniors. Number 1 is Evan Ferguson. Number 15, Phil Welsh. Number 2, Gavin Triner. Number 33, James Altz. Number 35, Isaiah Reed. And number 11 is Wyatt Fry. And they are all juniors and a couple of sophomores. Number 30 is Cash 40, or number 4 is Simon Corrali. And there you go. That's the whole roster for the MSJ Mounties. Right here again, there's a good look at the guys as they're warming up just a few minutes away from the start of tonight's contest. For the Twin Valley Wildcats, coach, by the way, for MSJ is Mr. Nick Davis. His assistant is Anthony Cavallari, athletic director Dan Elliott, and all doing a great job putting on a great season of basketball here at MSJ. Folks in this area very proud of what they've seen on this MSJ court going forward and throughout the year. And the Twin Valley Wildcats, number 2, Landon Brown. 3 is Gage Ryan. 5, Benny Girding. Number 10 is Tucker Magnant. Number 11, Nico Girding. Number 12, Steve Oyer. 13, Max Nido. Number 14, Connor Genovoski. Number 15 is Braden Brown. 20 is David Bernard. Number 21, Brian Sullivan. 22 is Kalen Lackey. And there you go, the head coach, Mr. Chris Brown. And the seniors, let's mention them. Gage Ryan, one of those seniors. Tucker Magnet, a senior. Steve Oyer, Max Nido, Connor Janowski, also David Bernard, and Brian Sullivan, and Kaylin Lackey. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seniors on that roster. Very veteran roster we're looking at here for the Twin Valley Wildcat basketball team. So there's the start. Well, not the starters. We'll get them in just a moment. The entire rosters for both of these clubs, and both have done very well to make it to this point in the season. We expect an excellent basketball game here tonight at Martin McDonough Gymnasium. A production on Peg TV. More coming up. Here are the starting lineups being introduced now here for the visiting Twin Valley Wildcats. Number 2 is Landon Brown, just introduced here on the floor. Benny Girding, a 5'10" sophomore, will start tonight for the Wildcats. Nico Girding, who is a guard, he is a junior. Another guard, number 15, Braden Brown, a junior. Number 21, Brian Sullivan, who is one of the seniors, will start. Again, the head coach, Mr. Chris Brown. And there they are, the Twin Valley Wildcats. And now for the home team, the MSJ Mounties. Number 2, Gavin Treener. Number 3, another senior, Arthur Treener. Evan Ferguson, a junior, number 1. Jacob Lambert, another senior, wearing number 23. Brandon Terrio wearing number 0, also a senior, will start. And there you are, the starting 5. And those are the MSJ Mounties. All right, very nice rendition of the national anthem sung by One of the young ladies here, one of the cheerleaders, I believe, at MSJ, did a beautiful job on that. And there she is right there, cheerleader and the singer of our national anthem to your right. And we're just about ready to get this one underway, so should be a great contest. Can't be better than a playoff and quarterfinal action. A team that played to a 4-point win back on the 18th of December. That was very early prior to Christmas and tournament time for a lot of teams. A lot of our local teams were playing in the Bob Abrahamson tournament, and Twin Valley was one of those teams, so we did have a chance to see them then, but that was a long time ago. We're many games past that now, and this is it, all on the line here tonight as we'll have our opening jump coming up. And there we go, off the opening tip. MSJ going to get it first. Arthur Treener, number 3 here, controlling it top of the circle. There's a drive dish inside, very nicely done, and Jacob Lambert is the guy open underneath in the paint. Nice little assist to him, and he goes off the glass for our first basket of the game. There's a Twin Valley Wildcat shot top of the circle out in three-point land. That one not going to go. Mounties with the rebound. Here's Arthur Treener again down the floor with it between circles. All right, Mountie showing some good patience on this possession. Waiting for the right opportunity. Arthur Treener top of the circle. Passes off right back to him. Now drive right side of the free throw line. Shot is up. That one going to be off the rim. No good. Battle for the rebound. Shot by Gavin Treener. And coming out with it is number 2 on the rebound. That's Landon Brown. Ball goes back to the top of the Wildcat circle. So they'll set up with it. Wildcats have had one possession, one shot. It'll be a loose ball in the paint. MSJ's Brandon Terrio coming up with it. All right, Mounties on top, looking down underneath. Good thought right there, looking for Jacob Lambert. They get the ball to him, but off his hands, out of bounds, and goes back on the turnover now to the Wildcats. We've got just 2 minutes gone here in this contest. Quarterfinal action, postseason. MSJ hosting the Twin Valley Wildcats. There's our first Twin Valley shot. That's Brian Sullivan that just hit that bucket. 6'3" senior on the Wildcat team, ties it up at 2 apiece. Full court pressure coming here from the Wildcats. Mounties handle that very nicely. Inside it goes, nice drive, good opportunity in there, and the shot by Gavin Treener not going to go. Wildcats get it in down below underneath their basket into Brian Sullivan, and he'll hit that one off the glass. Got a good assist on that. And the Wildcats take the lead 4-2. All right, Mounties try to work that right sideline over there. That's a loose ball going out of bounds, as you see right there. Pass slipping away, going out of bounds. Brings us to about the 5-minute mark left to go here in the first quarter. Twin Valley with the possession back. Braden Brown, top of the circle. A little bit of bumping going on there. Shot Landon Brown, no good. Rebound Twin Valley. They'll reset back top of the circle. All right, that one goes out of bounds. Baseline. It's going to stay with the Wildcats. They keep possession. going to be 3. Top of the circle shot bounced around a little bit on the rim. Nico Girding just hits that 3. It's a 7-2 advantage now, Wildcats. MSJ looking for another opportunity here from the right side. Shot put up, going to be off the side of the rim by Arthur Triner. Rebound Wildcats. They do get it in underneath the basket. That was a pass to Brian Sullivan underneath. Didn't have a good shot there, so tried to pass it out. That ball goes away, out of bounds, over toward the sideline. Back to MSJ. 3:57 left to go, first quarter. Playoff basketball action quarterfinals here at Martin McDonough Gymnasium. Oh, nicely done in the paint for MSJ. Shot up, not going to go. Evan Ferguson put it up. Nice work inside Ferguson. Stayed right with it. Good second effort right there off the glass for the 2. 7-4 is our score. Here's a shot right side. This might be a 3. And I believe it is. There's the signal. Landon Brown hitting that one. So we trade baskets. Ferguson, good play inside, got a shot blocked, tears away the rebound. Over to the sideline, get a sideline shot from 3-point range. That one off the rim, no good. Braden Brown now down the floor with it, top of the circle, Steve Oyer, this is number 12. Open lane underneath, drive to the basket, Braden Brown going in for the underhanded layup there. Left side layup, right-handed shot. 12-4 is the lead for the Wildcats. Mountie shot by Gavin Triner comes off the rim, rebound Landon Brown. As Brown finds a lane to the basket, drives in for a layup off the square of the glass. Good for 2 more. And Coach Nick Davis wants to take a timeout here to regroup a little bit, as all of a sudden we have a 10-point advantage here by Twin Valley. So the Twin Valley Wildcats leading MSJ 14-4. 2:12 left to go in the first quarter. Timeout on the floor. Okay, Mounties take a timeout. They're down by a 14-4 advantage. A little bit of a run there by the Twin Valley Wildcats. And that timeout is just about over with, and we'll see the Mounties inbound here at the other end of the floor. All right, ball in play. Little catching up to do for MSJ. Loose ball, MSJ end. Tipped out Twin Valley now having trouble with possession. Mounties reclaim it. Evan Ferguson right there to come up with a loose ball. And this is Brandon Terrio down the floor. Gets it over to Arthur Triner. Mounties working the top of that 3-point circle. They'll back it out here almost to the center circle. MSJ, nice job working it inside. Their big guy in there, going to get that. Ian Cornell makes a little bit of room inside in front of the basket, off the glass for the 2. Been a while since we've had an MSJ basket. Here's a foul. Okay, that's our first foul of the game. So we're about 1:08 left to go in the first quarter, and we get our first foul. So a pretty clean game that way. Non-shooting foul. It'll be inbounded here. Steve Oyer inbounds it. Wildcats will bring it back to the top of the circle. They lead at 14-6. Taking their time. Braden Brown now working with it. Nice block. Braden Brown going strong to the basket for a shot. Ian Cornell just reaching in there with that long arm and blocking that one cleanly out of bounds. No foul. So it'll stay with the Wildcats. The right side jumper there is Benny Girding going to get the 2. Under a minute left to go in the first quarter. Coming down the floor with it, this is Arthur Triner to Cornell, left side of the free throw line. Cornell trying to find room for a shot, can't, kicks it back out. Reset the offense for MSJ now. Arthur Triner over on the left side to Brandon Terrio. Here's Terrio's shot. This will be off the rim. Three-point try, not going to go. Nice job. Jacob Lambert doing a good job in the paint. There's a shot with a foul on it. Looks like the basket's going to be good. Braden Brown fouling away as he took that shot, was fouled, and he will get the two and maybe one more to go with it with 0.1 seconds on the clock left to go in the first quarter. So again, that brings it back to a double-digit lead. It is 18-8. Twin Valley Wildcats leading MSJ. Braden Brown on the line to shoot one. All right, 0.1 seconds does not leave you a whole lot of time to do much. MSJ rebound, but there's the clock at the end of the first quarter. As you see, is Twin Valley 18, MSJ 8, second quarter coming up. Okay, we are ready to start our second quarter. Ball inbounded by the Twin Valley Wildcats, and we're underway. They lead it 18-8. Leading MSJ, quarterfinal basketball playoff action at Martin McDonough Gymnasium. Ball goes inside, actually left corner area to Brian Sullivan. And Brian going to hit a little 6'8" footer over there left side. Pretty much an open shot for Brian Sullivan. Mounties quickly down the floor with it. Twin Valley back on defense. That's going to be out of bounds. Mounties try to go to Terry over in that right corner. Slips out of his hands. Out of bounds, back to the Wildcats. 8 teams left here in this Division IV bracket. One of which is our local MSJ, another our local West Rutland team, the number 2 seed, playing as we speak. All trying to get to the Barry Auditorium. Maybe a foul coming here. All right, so we're going to have a second foul on MSJ. This is Ian Cornell, number 32, going to pick up his second foul. Oh, a very difficult shot there. Reverse layup. Braden Brown coming through that lane. And manages to get that underhanded shot underneath on the reverse layup to go in. So it's 22-8 now, Twin Valley. All right, there's the first Twin Valley foul. I believe that's the first in the game against them. Nico Girding picks up foul number 1. That's the first definitely for the quarter for Twin Valley. I don't think they had any in that first quarter. All right, Mounties inbound here at the sideline. They're down 22-8, trying to get something going here offensively. A lot of turnovers from MSJ here so far. Twin Valley coming up with another ball there, a possession on that MSJ turnover. All right, right side shot, and Brian Sullivan going to hit that one. Makes our score 24-8. Okay, there's a MSJ foul, and that one is going to be on James Williams. Number 12 picks up his first foul. Here's number 12 for the Twin Valley Wildcats, Steve Oyer, bringing it over the half-court line. Landon Brown's shot in and out. Mounties drive it into the foul line. Pass intended. A little closer underneath the basket for James Williams. Is knocked away out of bounds. Mounties will keep it. Coach Nick Davis making some changes, adjustments in his lineup. New players coming in and out. Mounties will inbound at the baseline. 5:17 left to go here in our first half. Well, ball knocked loose. MSJ going to come up with it. Nice fast break down the floor. They feed it ahead. Gavin Treener going in for a layup. Hits the bucket. Goes into the wall hard there. So Gavin hopefully will be all right. Gets up there. Took a little bit of a fall there after making that last layup, but seems to be fine and okay. That's good to see. Nice play. Nicely done by the MSJ Mounties. 24-10 is our score. They go back to full court pressure here. Ball being inbounded by the Wildcats. All right, a couple of shots from the Wildcats, both missing the mark and out of bounds on that second shot. Mounties get it back with 4:17. Second quarter action. This is Martin McDonough Gymnasium. Quarterfinal action here. Presentation on PEG TV. Good ball movement, MSJ. Good shot by Gavin Treener. Not going to go, though. Rebound by the Wildcats. Mounties very quickly back on defense. Wildcats will back out with it, have to set up their offense. Top of the circle, approaching the 3:30 mark left to go first half. Left side drive to the basket. Underhanded layup shot made by Landon Brown. 26-10 now. Wildcats with that basket. There's a little bit of a loose ball collision on the field, or full floor. We'll have a foul here coming. And they're going to call that one on MSJ's Arthur Treener. So Arthur will pick up his first personal foul. And as we see, the Wildcats will be inbounding here at the sideline. Just under 3 minutes left to go here in this second quarter. 26-10. The Wildcats jumping out to that early lead and hanging on to it. There's a foul underneath the Wildcat basket. All right, that's going to be on MSJ's Evan Ferguson. Will pick up his first personal foul. And this looks like it will be a shooting foul. So we had a foul on Braden Brown. Braden will shoot two. All right, Brown gets the first. He'll get one more. And the second one is good. 28-10 is our score. Twin Valley up on top, leading the MSJ Mounties in quarterfinal basketball action at Martin McDonough Gymnasium. MSJ's been plagued with turnovers, and there's another one. There's a drive into the basket. Landon Brown took the baseline in for two. All right, the MSJ shooter, Arthur Triner, was fouled, and that is going to be on number 15, Braden Brown, for Twin Valley. So we'll have two MSJ shots coming from the free throw line. Okay, MSJ rebound on the missed free throw. Let's see if they can find room for a shot. We're going to have another foul here. Brian Sullivan picks up a foul, non-shooting foul. MSJ will inbound here at the baseline. Getting ready to do that is Gavin Triner. Couple of shots. First one didn't go. Gavin Triner got a second shot after an MSJ rebound. That one closer underneath. He got that too. Here come the Wildcats. They lose it on the dribble. Mounties come up with it. Brandon Terrio coming up with it. There's an opportunity for MSJ. Drive to the free throw line. We'll have a foul committed there with 1:29 left to go here in the quarter. Braden Brown's second foul. MSJ will inbound here at the sideline. Here's Evan Ferguson to put it in play. Okay, this time an MSJ foul will stop our clock with 1:05 left to go here in the second quarter, first half action. MSJ's Arthur Triner will pick up foul number 2 and will be at the free throw line. And this young man's had a nice game here so far, Braden Brown. Braden will put up the first free throw. That one is good. He'll get one more. MSJ's Simon Corelli now coming into the ball game. Okay, with that second free throw, our score now is 32-12, 20-point advantage by the Twin Valley Wildcats. MSJ will bring it down the floor over the half-court line. Wildcats back waiting on defense. All right, ball goes inside underneath. No shot attempt. Jacob Lambert, number 23. Had a hand on it, and Jacob got fouled. And here he goes to the free throw line. That'll be on Steve Oyer, the foul. There's first. Jacob Lambert from the foul line off the square of the glass gets one. He'll get another shot. 23 seconds on the clock left to go here in our first half. This is second quarter. All right, we'll have a couple of fouls coming there. There's a personal foul and a technical foul. So you see Wildcat shooter on the line, Landon Brown. These are the personal fouls. Or actually, these are the technical fouls, I believe. All right, so a whole bunch of points coming from the free throw line there, and possession now goes to the Wildcats because of that technical foul. So they'll be inbounding it here from the sideline. They lead at 36-14 with 19 seconds left to go here in the quarter. All right, the end of the first half right there, and a good first half it was for the Twin Valley Wildcats. Once again, this is quarterfinal basketball action at Martin McDonough Gymnasium. We'll show you the score clock. So at the end of the half, the visitors, Twin Valley, with a 36-14 advantage over the MSJ Mounties. Twin Valley Wildcats, once again, coming in here, the number 5 seed, MSJ the number 4 seed. So it's halftime. More coming up. Quarterfinal action, a production on PEG TV. Okay, second half action underway, and we are once again here at quarterfinal playoff action, Martin McDonough Gymnasium. MSJ a little catching up to do here as they get a shot off from that deeper right corner. That one will go over the top of the rim. Missed shot rebounded here by the Wildcats of Twin Valley. They work it inside. They get a shot off. That one will be a little bit short. Shot taken by Brian Sullivan, then a foul committed. This will be Sullivan committing a foul after missing that shot, trying to get his own rebound. All right, ball back to the Mounties. 36-14 they are down. Talked about the turnovers there at the half that they had in the first half. And just weren't getting a whole lot of offense or any shots going here. We'll see if that changes here this second half. They work it inside and nicely done into Brandon Terrio. Will go off the glass for the 2. MSJ going to full court pressure. There's a drive to the basket. Shot put up by Braden Brown. Braden was fouled. This should be a shooting foul, so we'll have MSJ picking up another foul on Jacob Lambert, number 23. Braden Brown, who had a good first half, will be on the line to shoot 2. All right, Brown 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Gets them both. 38-16 is our score. Mounty's big bucket right there from the quarter. Brandon Terrio hitting that one. There's a three-point try the other end by Benny Girding. Not going to go. MSJ with a fast break down the floor here. Twin Valley getting back quickly on defense. Ball goes to the free throw line. Inside drive to the basket. Good little run here by MSJ. Gavin Treener hitting that bucket. All right, MSJ liking what they're seeing here for the first couple of minutes here of this third quarter. Putting up some points, more than they did in that half. Now a timeout on the floor. All right, there's the official saying full timeout here by the coach, Chris Brown, for Twin Valley. So our score, 38-21, 6:09 left to go here in our third quarter. Quarterfinal playoff action continues. Okay, the Mountie 5 out there, joined now by the Twin Valley Wildcats, and we'll have the ball inbounded here in just a moment. Timeout on the floor by Twin Valley after a little bit of a run from MSJ, but still down by a 38-21 margin. Mounties go to full court pressure. All right, there's a MSJ foul on Brandon Terrio. Non-shooting, we'll have it inbounded again. Mounties stay with the full court pressure. Well, it looked like a clean block. It was a good defensive play. At least it looked that way. Jacob Lambert, but there's going to be a foul here. And that'll be Jacob Lambert picking up his third foul, and we'll be back at the free throw line to shoot here once again. On the line, and Braden Brown. Well, Braden Brown's proved himself to be a pretty good foul shooter right there. Hits them both again. Having a good quarterfinal game here so far, as we're about 5:39 left to go here in the third quarter. 40-21. Mounties trying to cut into that lead. Here's a chance underneath. Working it inside. Ian Cornell for 2. Right underneath the basket. The Twin Valley player trying to get it inbounds there. Knew he was running out of time. He called for a time, but I think they got him for a 5-second violation. They give it to MSJ. All right, couple of MSJ shots. And then a tie up there, jump ball possession, Twin Valley, 5:08 left to go, third quarter. Well, that is going to be, I believe, a fourth foul here on Jacob Lambert. If it's on him, and I'm believing it is, it is. So they just get him for his fourth. I'm going to guess that Coach Davis is going to take him out. Wyatt Fry coming into the ball game, and Jacob Lambert, who's put some good minutes in, is going to have to sit down with 4 fouls here. 5:06 left to go, third quarter. Jacob, one of the starters for MSJ, so he's in a little bit of foul trouble. That's going to be a second foul on MSJ's Evan Ferguson. And even more importantly, that is a 5th team foul here on MSJ. So there's going to be 2 shots from this point forward. So MSJ trying that full court pressure. That causes a lot of fouls. And obviously they got a lot here with 5 and just about 5 minutes left to go in this third quarter. So 2 free throws right there turned into 2 points. Nico Girding just hit them both. Be back at the free throw line as we had a Twin Valley shot. 4:18 left to go here in the quarter. And Twin Valley's Brian Sullivan was fouled as he was trying to shoot. Actually didn't matter because it's a 6th team foul, so no matter what, we're going to have 2 fouls, 2 foul shots. Ian Cornell gets the foul. MSJ, good look at it, good attempt. Ian Cornell, rebound Twin Valley. Monty's back on defense, coming under 4 minutes left to go here, third quarter. Twin Valley out of bounds right there, stepping on the baseline with 3:42 remaining to go, third quarter. Ian Cornell just picked up his 4th personal foul. So we have 2 MSJ guys, Jacob Lambert and Ian Cornell, both with 4 fouls. So a little bit of foul trouble here on the Mountie side of things, and we'll have a shooter on the line. That's, well, it'd be the 7th team foul. So Mountie's gotten some foul trouble here in this third quarter for sure. On the line shooting is Braden Brown, excellent foul shooter. We've just seen him make 5 in a row here from the free throw line. You make that 6 in a row. 3:30 left to go, third quarter. 45-23, Twin Valley leading. MSJ three-point shot. Gavin Treener going to miss that one off the rim. We get a rebound coming down here to Twin Valley. MSJ turning up the pressure here. Full court pressure on the ball. There'll be another foul. And this time on Brandon Terrio. We'll go back to the free throw line. Once again, right in the middle of all of it, all that activity is Braden Brown. Braden's going to shoot again. He's hit 6 free throws, at least 6 in a row, maybe more, but we'll check that at the end of the game, but he'll be getting 2 more right here. Okay, that time a Twin Valley foul. Landon Brown picking that one up. Back into the ball game for MSJ is Jacob Lambert. Jake's playing with 4 fouls. We got just under 3 minutes left to go here, third quarter. All right, we have a foul on number 23, and that will be Jacob Lambert. Jacob's picking up his 5th personal foul right here. So that is the end of Jacob here for the basketball season, as he just fouled out with his 5th personal foul. Getting a good hand from the MSJ team as the season is over, it looks like, or the game for sure, for number 12, Jacob Lambert. And we'll be on the free throw line. Not the season yet. We got another quarter, so. But MSJ in a little bit of trouble here, losing one of their starters right there. Back on the line, Braden Brown shooting free throws. Nice left-handed shot put up and hit there by Wyatt Fry. Full court pressure coming from MSJ. MSJ drive and shot put up by Gavin Treener off the glass. Got fouled. He'll be on the line to shoot 1. Basket should be good. That will be above the rim goaltending right there, so the basket will be good by Twin Valley. There's a big three hit at the Mountie end of the floor. That one by Gavin Treener. I think we might have had the ball go out of bounds there, knocked out of bounds at the sideline, so they're going to inbound it once again. There's a turnover, MSJ coming up with it. They get underneath for a shot, good. Gavin Treener off the glass, good for two. We get a free throw. The Mounties have trailed by 20 or more, down by 17 now. It can be 16 here if we can get a free throw to go. All right, MSJ wanting a timeout here on the floor. They'll get a free throw when this timeout is over with. So as you see, 1:12 left to go. Third quarter, it's Twin Valley 50, MSJ 33. All right, time has resumed, and on the free throw line for MSJ is Gavin Treener. He'll get one. A foul underneath the MSJ basket. Shot from the corner by Brandon Terrio. But then a good job on the rebounding effort, and going back up was Evan Ferguson. Evan got fouled. He'll be on the line. He'll shoot. Should be two here. Okay, the official picking up a foul on Terrio for MSJ. That'll be his third. We're back at the free throw line, and the guy that's been there all night, Braden Brown, back on the line to shoot. We'll have to add that up here at the end if we can. Braden Brown, though, has had a lot of foul shots and made most of them. It's one right there, 51-33. Hits them both this time. 52-33. Couple of good MSJ attempts by Gavin Treener, working real hard, but not able to get one to go. Wildcats with the rebound. Under 20 seconds left to go here in the quarter, third quarter. All right, the Wildcat coach, Mr. Chris Brown, wanting to take a timeout. His team leading 52-33 with 15 seconds left, and timeout on the floor at Martin McDonough Gymnasium. Okay, that is the end of our timeout. We'll have the ball inbounded here with 15 seconds remaining to go. Third quarter action. Home with the Mounties in quarterfinal action. Well, we had an out of bounds there. It'll be a possession Mounties with 9 seconds. Both teams with substitutions coming in and out of the lineup. All right, there's our buzzer shot. Going to be a little bit short, put up there by Nico Girding. And those are the Wildcats you're looking at. They lead at the end of three quarters, 52-33. Fourth quarter action coming up. It's the quarterfinals at Martin McDonough Gymnasium, a production on PEG TV. Okay, fourth quarter underway, 52-33. Twin Valley Wildcats lead. Fifth-seeded Wildcats playing here at four-seed MSJ for the right to move on to the Barrie Auditorium. There's a drive right down the middle. We have a foul on the play, and we'll be back at the free throw line once again, I believe. Okay, that was before any shot attempt, so it's going to be inbounded at the baseline. There will be a foul on MSJ's number 12, which is James Williams. Foul number 2 on him. MSJ's already seen one of their starters foul out of this basketball game. That was Jacob Lambert. Gavin Treener on the shot. All right, shot by Steve Oyer is good, and Steve will be on the line to shoot one. Basket good. All right, a three-point play makes it 55-33 Twin Valley. As we said, these two teams met back on the 18th of December. MSJ put up 76 points in that win. And just did not have the offense here tonight. There's a shot. The offense belonging to the opponent tonight. Nico Girding in there, hitting that bucket. All right, some kind of, I'm not sure what that was, a violation against MSJ, gives it back to Twin Valley. MSJ drive and shot. Gavin Treener. Gavin was fouled. He'll be on the line to shoot one. The other half of this bracket, by the way, I mentioned that at the beginning, I'll mention it again, is number 1 Twinfield Cabot playing number 8 Richford tonight. And the winner of that game will play the winner of this game. So Twin Valley and Twinfield Cabot, both teams that were in the Bob Abrahamson tournament. We saw them very early in the year. Always very good basketball teams, as you can see. Both right here among the final 8, potentially the final 4. There's another foul. We got about 2 minutes gone in the fourth quarter. We'll have the ball inbounded here at the sideline. Gavin Treener picking up his second personal foul. And once again, the ball will be inbounded just here at the sideline, just in front of us. That's a corner shot for 3. Landon Brown just hitting that one for Twin Valley. MSJ drive and shot. Arthur Treener hitting that one. The other end of the floor, we get a 1-on-2 break down the floor. There will be a foul there. Arthur Treener just picked up a technical foul, so he will be on the free throw line to shoot. And I would have to say it's probably number 15. It is going to be Braden Brown on the line to shoot. Got lots of practice tonight from the foul line. All right, he hits them both again. 62-37 is our score. Under 5 minutes left to go in this contest. Once again, we are at Martin McDonough Gymnasium. We'll show you the logo right there on the wall. There you go. Quarterfinal basketball action coming up here tonight. There's a drive and shot. Another foul called, and we'll be back on the free throw line. All right, so we had a technical foul on MSJ and now a technical foul on Twinfield. So we'll go to the other free throw line for these technicals. Shooting for MSJ, Arthur Treener. All right, so MSJ will have it. Wasn't sure who'd have possession there after technicals on each team. MSJ possession, so the Mounties inbound. Under 5 minutes left to go in the contest. They trail at 64-38. Tipped up underneath. We'll give credit on that one to Evan Ferguson. Looked like his hand after 2 MSJ shots. Evan tipping it in. Very quickly transitioning to the other end. Nico Girding off the glass for 2. Shot misses out of bounds by the Mounties, and that will be inbounded by Twin Valley with 4:07 left to go in our contest. Quarterfinal action, time running out here on the MSJ season. MSJ stolen ball right to the basket for a shot. Evan Ferguson. Evan hits the basket, got fouled. He'll be on the free throw line. MSJ's got 5 team fouls right now. That was the second team foul for Twin Valley. Evan Ferguson, one of the juniors on this team. That will be a 3-point shot by Nico Girding, all net on that one. And MSJ 3, and that is Brandon Terrio. There's an inbounds pass, hanging back there, Braden Brown, and continues an excellent game there, breakaway layup. All right, that would be a jump ball possession MSJ as we come to the 3-minute mark left to go in our game. MSJ came into this contest 18-2, so they've had an excellent season. Playing a team right now they beat back in the first part of the season. There's a foul. We're going to go back to the free throw line, but not one of their better nights here tonight, obviously, as they trail it now 71-45. This number 5 seeded team coming into the contest here tonight is the Twin Valley Wildcats at 17-4 overall. Free throw is up and good by Gavin Trainer. Gavin will get another. One of the big rivalries up north is Twinfield and Twin Valley. Twinfield Cabot, Twin Valley. That one could very well play out again depending on what happens here at the end of the night tonight. With this Twin Valley team looking like they are on the way here at the moment. Twinfield Cabot is the number 1 seed, a higher seed than West Rutland. That's due to index points. West Rutland is undefeated. And right to the basket, shot put up. Benny Girding hits that one. Corner shot by MSJ's Brandon Terrio. All right, MSJ going to want a timeout. We'll show you the scoreboard here, what we're looking at. 2:41 left to go in this contest. 73-47 is our score, and Twin Valley leading MSJ with timeout on the floor at Martin McDonough Gymnasium. This is quarterfinal basketball action for you, a PEG TV presentation tonight. Okay, timeout over with, and clock is ticking down to 2.5 minutes left to go. MSJ staying with the full court pressure here. Baseline drive and shot, Landon Brown hitting that one. beautiful shot right there. Vincent Cavalieri going to hit that one. Brings us down to 1:34 left to go here in this basketball game. That right there makes our score 75-50. Twin Valley leading. Twin Valley again trying to punch a ticket to the Barry Auditorium, as are the Mounties, but Twin Valley in very good position at this point. Came here the number 5 seed, trying to upset the number 4 seeded MSJ Mounties. Basically built a lead pretty much in that first quarter. MSJ's been chasing ever since. Once again, Mounties much better in the second and third quarter. The final 3 quarters, that first quarter was very difficult for them. They put up 76 points in that first win against Twin Valley back in December. And not quite the output here tonight. All right, Twin Valley going to inbound here after the timeout. All right, Mounties. Gavin Treener underneath got fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. Gavin will shoot 2. One thing we have had is a lot of fouls here in this ball game, and there is another. Gavin Treener will be back on the free throw line. Gavin's going to shoot 2 more. Both teams are with 5 team fouls, so we'll be at the free throw line for the rest of this game here for any foul. All right, under a minute left to go in this contest. And a big 3-point bucket hit right there. Gavin Treener as we get another MSJ timeout. These are the Mounties right here taking that time. And very likely finishing up their season here tonight on Martin McDonough Gymnasium, Lenny Burke Court. Mounties came here 18-2 overall. As we mentioned, the other half of the bracket is featuring the number 1 seeded team, Twinfield Cabot. That's a co-op team. And they bring the top seed into this tournament. Of course, the other half is West Rutland playing Danville. West Rutland is the number 2 seed. They play 7 seed hosting Danville tonight as we speak. Then the other game is number 14 Northfield against number 6 Williamstown. So there's 8 teams coming into tonight. There'll be 4 after tonight, and those teams will all go to the Barry Auditorium. Girls already there. Tomorrow will be Championship Saturday for the girls. West Rutland girls back there. All right, down the floor it goes to Connor Janowski, and Connor just hit that shot. There's another big 3 hit, top of the circle, Gavin Treener. All right, another timeout here on the floor. So with timeout here on the floor, we'll show you this nice shot of the MSJ gymnasium floor here. It's 76, make that 77-60. Twin Valley leading MSJ, quarterfinal action. On the floor, the MSJ seniors on this squad, and they got a lot of them too, playing in their last basketball game. Brandon Terrio, James Williams, Jacob Lambert, Vincent Cavalieri, Arthur Triner, and Ian Cornell, all the MSJ seniors. Their last 26 seconds of basketball here for MSJ. Underneath the MSJ basket, Terrio hits the bucket. Ten seconds left on the clock, left to go in this game. All right, well, there you go. These are the guys going to the semifinals at the Barry Auditorium. The Twin Valley Wildcats have defeated the MSJ Mounties by a score of 77-62 in this quarterfinal matchup here tonight at Martin McDonough Gymnasium, right here on Lenny Burke Court, as they have their final handshake. We're going to get some final stats to check for you. I want to mention Rodney Ward's name, and Rodney's been very good about giving us stat information here all season long. This will be our final game this season for the 25-26 season at MSJ. And it's been a lot of fun. We want to thank Dan Elliott and everybody here at MSJ, Janelle in the front office, and everybody else here that makes it go at MSJ. Always a great pleasure to come here and do some games, and very glad to be back here again this year. And MSJ will finish up an excellent season, 18-2 coming in here. They'll be 18-3 with this loss here tonight. And Twin Valley will move on to the next round. And we still have a West Rutland team in the final hunt here, and they're playing on their court tonight. Don't know the score of that one yet, but West Rutland undefeated going in there, so we'll find out that later on. But we'll get some final stats for you in just a moment. All right, final score once again was Twin Valley 77 and MSJ 62. Let's check those stats. I know a lot of people are probably looking at who did what. How about we check MSJ's first? Brandon Terrio will finish up the season here with 10 points in this contest. Evan Ferguson with a total of 6. Gavin Triner will lead all scorers for MSJ, total of 28 points. Arthur Triner with a total of 3 points. Vincent Cavalieri, 3 points. Wyatt Fry, 2 points. We have Jacob Lambert down with a total of 6 points, and Ian Cornell with a total of 4 points. And that is our totals for the MSJ Mounties. They scored only 8 points in that first quarter, so that was really the difference. They were outscored 18-8. And Twin Valley had Landon Brown with a total of 20 points, Benny Girding with a total of 4 points, Nico Girding with a total of 12 points, Steve Oyer with 3 points, Connor Janowski with a total of 2 points, Braden Brown, number 15, was at the line all night long, scored a total of 27 points. And it looks like we were mentioning his free throws, and that was what I was interested in. He had 21 free throws. He made 19 out of 21 free throws, so that's pretty good foul shooting for sure. Brian Sullivan with a total of 9 points, and there you go. That's our individual stats here for tonight. So Twinfield is playing Richford tonight, and that will be the other half of this bracket. So we'll see what happens regarding that game. We'll finish up our season here at MSJ tonight with this win here for Twin Valley. Twin Valley once again defeating MSJ. The 5 seed defeats the 4 seed. So it's been a lot of fun here at MSJ over the season, and we thank them for the accommodations. And this has been a production on PEG TV. Hope you enjoyed it. Final score once again was 77-62. Twin Valley defeating MSJ. Thank you for watching.